Hello, everybody. Doing another replay commentary on my own games in Masters ELO. This was a ranked solo duo game. The last couple were from a Tier 1 Clash series, but we are back to ranked now. I just played this right now when I'm recording it. I just had played this game. By the time it's uploaded, I will not have just played it, but this game is fresh in my mind. We had a very, very nice game against Kassadin mid, and I wanted to review it and teach you guys how I like to snowball games into complete destruction, basically, because the enemy team did not have a chance at this game at all. Now, Kassadin seems like he'd be a counter to Sylas, but I actually always win Kassadin matchups because I think Sylas actually counters Kassadin. Seems a bit weird because Kassadin's ult is not really the greatest, and Kassadin is known for being very strong against AP champions, specifically AP melee champions. But Sylas does incredibly well against Kassadin, especially early game, and that you can abuse him very hard if you know what you're doing. So let's just take a look. I think it's a little bit rough in the first couple levels, but once you get your E active, you get about level 3, you can start going after him. You just have to make sure that his abilities are not all up, or he will win trades, especially his W. Because his W does a lot of damage, and if he combines it with an auto reset, he gets the auto W. That is a lot of burst damage, and you will probably lose that trade. But if you wait for him to use his W on a minion, for example, or you bait it out, and you bait out his Q, because a lot of Kassadins will just permanently spam Q on you for poke, then you can go in and get a lot of free damage. Another thing is that Kassadin is very weak early, of course. So here I did try to go for a trade. Unfortunately, didn't work out for me as much because I did take the tower shot, but it was a good idea, I think. Just a little bit too close to the tower, but yeah, as I was saying, Kassadin is very weak early game in the jungle fights, and Sylas is incredibly strong in early game jungle fights, so you can always look to maybe kill the enemy jungler and try and help your own jungle get ahead because, Kassadin, if he follows you into the river, he's not going to be able to do anything. He has no mobility, very low damage. In a fight, especially like my jungler is Graves. Graves is going to melt Kassadin. So if I just focus, the Echo, and Graves focuses Kassadin, it's going to be very easy. And here, Graves very nice gank on the overextended Kassadin. Of course, it does help a lot when your junglers know what they're doing. Your jungler should be ganking Kassadin a lot early because he is very weak. And as Sylas, you have a lot of gap close potential. So, an Echo does get the W on me there. Didn't expect him to be there. You can't see the W in the replay, but obviously I cannot see it in game until it just spawns. So here I'm waiting for my E. Hit him with the E, predict his E, and there we go. A nice, easy kill on the Echo. Let's actually go back. I want to see what my cooldowns were there. I'm waiting here because I know that I can kill him. Because, look at his health. And as soon as my E is up, instantly, as soon as my E is up, I'm jumping on him because I know that I can kill him, especially with that ignite. And, that's just double buffs, gets the Echo behind, gets me super far ahead, and that's just the beginning of the end. And again, I've had other videos, I think my one where I played against Trinimir mid, I also killed the enemy jungler early. Getting those kills, enemy junglers will underestimate you. And getting those early kills is incredibly strong, will help you snowball very hard. Because, now I have double buffs, I auto win lane, get to go back with, 300 extra gold. Also, you guys might have noticed, I did put a second point on my E here. That was not intentional. I would have leveled up my W, but I misclicked a little bit, misinput, accidentally hit Control E instead of Control W. So, unfortunately, we do have the 2 points in E. Normally with this build, I am going the first strike build, of course. I would be going for the W max into the Q max second with E max last, so having the extra point in E is a little bit rough, but because we're pretty far ahead, we're playing against a Kassadin, which I think is a pretty weak champion in Sylas. It's not too bad. So yeah, at this point we just want to look for hard trades. We have the double buffs, we have item advantage, we have the first strike gold. So anytime we can farm first strike gold off of Kassadin, we're going to win the trade. because even if the trade goes even, we're still making gold off of it. So if I see him throw his Q out, I'm either going to EW him to activate the first strike before it hits me, or I'm going to throw my own Q out to get some extra first strike gold. You know, there's a lot of ways you can make use of that first strike gold in the laning phase, even though it's not really meant for the laning phase. So here, yeah, I do start leveling up the W here. So it is a bit unfortunate. It kind of, I mean, we do a lot of extra damage because, you know, Sylas's E does so much damage. Like here, it does 200 damage, level 5. But, you know, I would definitely prefer the points in the W for the reduced cooldown, increased healing. But it's not the end of the world, though. The thing with Sylas is that all of his abilities are what I like to call self-sufficient, in that they all do massive amounts of damage on their own. So theoretically, any one ability on its own could do very well. Because, you know, you have other champs like Echo, for example. You know, Echo's W is a very important part of his kit, but it doesn't do damage. I mean, you have the passive part, but, I mean, you know, his E and his Q are the main abilities, and they only really work well together. Sylas's abilities all stand out on their own because they all do insane amounts of damage individually, plus, you know, a bonus effect. So here, very nice roam from my support. Of course, getting me ahead. Now, you know, this game, I did receive 2 ganks so far. The Graves ganked earlier, got the Kassadin's flash, and then Nautilus Graves ganked right there, got me a kill on the Kassadin there. You know, tell your team to roam. You know, your team won't always roam like that, so you guys might not be at the exact same advantage that I'm at. But, and here, I see Echo's very low. Very quick kill, very nice and easy. Again, junglers are really easy to abuse. They will always underestimate you. And there, I knew I could E. You saw that I took the Echo ult during the E2, hit him with the E2, got the auto W ignite off, and he's just dead. And I get to use his ult back to safety. And it's just very easy to abuse junglers because they will never expect you to be able to do these sorts of things. In this game, I did limit test a lot. I wouldn't really call it limit testing because I already know Sylas's limits, but, you know, I played very aggressive this game, and it always worked out because I am just very confident in my abilities. So here, I don't think I was paying attention. I probably should have just walked up there. I didn't realize that the enemy team was kind of trapped, so it's my bad. I could have just walked around this corner right here. But yeah, you see, I'm just permanently going for trades on Kassadin. One thing about Kassadin players is that they will play very confident once they get their ultimate ability. However, their ult still has a pretty decent cooldown at level 6. I think it's like 5-second base cooldown. So if you see them like ult onto a wave, that is a massive window where you're actually able to just jump on them for free. See there, a nice wave clear combo, getting that wave clear nice and quick. I don't think I can actually buy Everfrost here. I think I was a little bit off, but still a good time to back anyway. So I think I get pretty close. Yeah, I'm able to buy most of the components, get the control ward. So things are looking pretty good. And at this point, I know, in my mind, I know, you know, my team's doing pretty decent. You know, my Tristana's died once, but I know that I can snowball this game incredibly hard with the tools that I'm given. Because I know that this Kassadin is going to play over aggressive. He's going to ult because he thinks that he's going to be safe with his ult. So he's going to ult, you know, just clear waves and stuff. And I know that I can abuse him really hard after he uses that ability. Because I am very fed. I have the Ignite coming up back soon. So, you know, there are so many opportunities for me to get kills this game. On basically anyone that walks into my lane. Plus, one thing is, you know, Kassadin ult doesn't seem too amazing because you don't get the stacks on it. And there you can see Kassadin tried to Q me there, and I just instantly went on him for the first strike gold. But see, you know, he tried to go in there with his ult, and I just W'd him. Free trade. But yeah, as I was saying, the Kassadin ult, you guys saw right there, is actually extremely useful. I think it's one of my favorite ults on on Sylas, sorry, because it just has so much repositioning value, and you can get so many kills with it. It is such a good mobility tool because it just adds so much to your kit. You know, the damage is minimal because you don't have those the stacking ability that Kassadin does. But if you're taking it for the repositioning, and you can kill Kassadins very often in the early game. And here Graves gave me that kill, which is really nice. A very good jungler this game, which is very, very fortunate. But yeah, Kassadin's, you can use Kassadin's ult to kill him many times up until level 11. Once he hits level 11, his ult cooldown gets a bit too low, so it's harder to punish. But while he still has that rank 1 ult, like you see here, he ulted the wave, so I kind of looked for something there. You see I'm going in right here. Got his ult back up, but it still took a while. But yeah, like, if Kassadin ults, you can just take his ult and then kill him with it. Because it allows you to reposition quickly onto him and then full combo him plus ignite. And what is he going to do? His ult's still down for four more seconds. So extremely valuable tool. This matchup is very... I don't want to say like it's just strictly Sylas favored because, you know, if Kassadin does have a nice early game, then it's a bit rough for you. But you can... Sylas has the potential to abuse Kassadin extremely hard in this matchup. You just have to be able to take advantage of it. And, you know, some games it'll be a bit harder because, you know, maybe your jungler doesn't come or support doesn't roam and the enemy's jungler and support comes. But in general, you should be looking to help your jungler because Kassadin is very weak in the jungle early on. And you should be looking to get those kills from the ganks or even solo kills because it's just so easy. Kassadin is just very, very weak at this stage in the game. So yeah, I mean, I'm just continuing to look for kills. Not pushing this wave here because I know Kassadin's gonna walk back, so I want him to miss a bit more. If I hard shove it into him, he's gonna miss less. But yeah, again, just instantly jumping on him. Going for as many trades as possible because I know, you know, he can never win a trade against me, and I know that, so there's no reason not to just permanently fight him. And there, I knew he was going to try to flash over that wall because there was no other reason for him to walk there. Now, he did fail the flash, but if you saw my E was sort of aimed. My E hit him anyway, but I sort of aimed it over the wall so that, you know, hopefully if he did successfully flash the wall, I would be able to follow him with the E2 and get the kill. But yeah, another nice gank from the Graves, getting the Kassadin even farther behind. And here, oh, I actually saw Ezreal on that ward there. So you're gonna see this is a really aggressive play. This is sort of what I'm talking about. And I just get a free kill there. Just for, I mean, basically just walking up. I saw Ezreal on this ward that was placed here. I knew he was gonna walk through here, because where else is he gonna walk through? And I knew that he would probably underestimate me. And so I walked past his turret. You know, Ezreal thinks he's safe because he's by his 2 turrets. But I know that I can still just one-shot him. I'm pretty far ahead. And that was just a free kill. You know, if I wasn't as confident, I would have just missed that free kill. Now here, I maybe didn't need a flash, but I was just a bit panicked. You know, it's very bad if I die. So, I think it's fine for me to flash there. I don't think it was necessary, but I would rather waste my flash than not have flashed and have died. And there you see, again, with my Kassadin ult, Kassadin ulted the wave, and I just instantly followed up with my own Kassadin ult and was able to melt him. Because at that point he can't do anything, and then I have my full basic ability combo to spend on him. So at this point, I think I stayed here a bit too long, in my opinion, staying mid. I think I took this wave maybe, and then backed off. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I backed after this. I probably should have just gone back a bit earlier because my bot lane did take that turret. But yeah, at this point, I'm just rotating bot lane. Letting my bot lane head to mid lane and take that mid turret. And I will happily walk to bot lane and start the side laning farming. You can see my farm is very good this game. You know, I have 7 kills, but I still have very, very good farm. About, you know, 8 per minute, I'd estimate. Because I'm just able to clear those waves constantly with the wave clear combo and continue to get kills because I know my limits. And here, go for a kill on the Riven. Riven is a tricky champion to side lane against. I have had a lot of games, and here I use the sweeper to make sure that I know where she is. Fortunately, she didn't have her ignite up, so I'm able to get the kill. But Riven is a tricky champion to side lane against because most of the time when you're side laning against basically any enemy and you're this far ahead, you can sort of just sit in a bush, wait till they walk by, Everfrost them for the free root, and then full combo them from there, and you will one-shot them. Riven is a bit more tricky because she has so much mobility, and a lot of Rivens will just use it randomly. So you saw there, I had to actually wait for my I had to wait on my Everfrost for a bit because, you know, there's no telling what Riven will do, and if I miss the Everfrost, it's a bit bad, and she could just accidentally jump out of it. So it's a bit tricky to do those bush combos on Riven, but if you're this far ahead, it's definitely still doable. Here, I think I take the Kassadin ult here. You know, if he had ulted a little bit later and I was able to hit that E on him, then I would have followed up with the ult, and it would have been another free kill. So, again, I mean, Kassadin ult is just very good. And yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm 8-0. You know, my Graves is 5-0, my Tristana's 4-1. So I was able to snowball myself. I was able to get their jungler incredibly far behind by... I killed him like 2 times, I think, early. Very early in the game. So that allowed my jungler to have more domain over the map, and then he was able to help the bot lane out more. So, you know, a lot of things just spiraled here. And there, I mean, that's what I'm talking about again. Kassadin ulted onto the wave. He has level 1 ult, so I instantly ulted over the wall with his own ult, and then full comboed him for a free kill. Kassadin is free low to play against if you get ahead early, because you can kill him so many times before he gets to level 11. So just grab that turret. I didn't want to walk up to the inhib turret here. It was a little bit too risky since they were all back in their base. Tried to go for the wolves, but they weren't up. So I just go ahead and walk back, because now my team's pushed up a bit further, and I'm able to take advantage of the enemy team being mid lane. So just pushing the wave, putting pressure on the bot turret so that my team has more priority over mid lane. Do have to back off though, of course. I think I do go for the echo here. Or yeah, I just snipe him with the Q. Yeah, because with the Q max, I mean, I only have 4 points in Q. Normally by level 13 you'd have 5. But I did accidentally level up my E level 4. But yeah, I mean, the Q max just does so much damage. If you are going the first strike build, Q max is definitely the way to go, because you're all about burst damage and being able to get that Everfrost Q off. I mean, how much damage does my Q do right now? It does like 700 damage if I hit both parts. It's pretty insane. So yeah, at this point we can pretty much just end the game. I'm playing a bit aggressive here because I know that I can. It's just farming up more kills, getting that KDA up. I know I have the Echo ult, so I'm not afraid here. I can even use it to bait. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter what happens. But keeping the Echo ult up just keeps me safe. Make sure I can't die. There I use it to dodge the Riven ult. And we're able to end the game. So, very clean game. 11-0-2. We had probably about, I think, 9 CS a minute almost. I think it was 8.8 if I remember from the end game screen. So 8.8 CS a minute. Let's go back and watch that kill on the Echo. I don't think we'll have ability sound effects because that kind of happens, but I mean, this right here, I'm just able to snowball the game. If you can get a lead against a Kassadin early, it is very easy to win, because Kassadin will not be able to play the game against you until level 11. And yeah, I mean, again, it's similar to the video I had against Trinomir where I was able to kill the enemy Shaco and get ahead from that. Learn to abuse the enemy junglers. It will give you so many free wins because, you know, killing enemy jungler early, not only does it give you gold, it probably will give you at least 1 or 2 buffs. and you get the enemy jungler behind. Your jungler has more priority over the map. And also, in addition, it actually has a mental aspect because, Kassadin's probably pretty tilted that Echo just fed me double buffs and a kill for free. So, yeah, and then as you guys saw, I just abused Kassadin for the rest of the game. There was nothing you could do because I got that, got like 1 or 2 kills early and just continued to snowball that lead out of control uh, against basically their entire team. So, yeah, very, very nicely played game. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something. Definitely go for those more risky plays. For me, they weren't really risky because I have played Sylas so much that I am aware of what I'm able to do on him. And so I know that those plays are going to work out. But, if you guys have been playing a bit more passive, then definitely try to be more aggressive like this because you will find out that you can do a lot more than you might think. I mean, Sylas has a lot of outplay potential because he has so much damage, he has the healing, and he has a lot of mobility. So, yeah, if you guys like this content, you want to see more, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.